Welcome to the Family Feud, A Widow's Story. Episode 2. They Think I'm a Gold Digger. 2 weeks after the confrontation, Sarah discovered that whispers had a way of traveling through small towns like wildfire. She noticed it first at the grocery store, conversations that stopped abruptly when she appeared, sideways glances from neighbors who used to wave cheerfully from their porches. At Morrison's Market, she overheard Mrs. Caldwell speaking in hushed tones to the cashier. "Married him for his money. Mark my words. That family built this town, and now some outsider thinks she can just waltz in and take it all." Sarah's cheeks burned as she abandoned her half-filled cart and hurried toward the exit. She'd lived in Millbrook for 8 years, had volunteered at the library, organized bake sales for the elementary school, even helped coordinate the annual autumn festival that celebrated the town's agricultural heritage. But now she was some outsider. The legal papers arrived on a Thursday morning, delivered by a stern-faced process server who wouldn't meet her eyes. The lawsuit was even more brutal than she'd anticipated. The Hartwell family claimed James had been coerced and manipulated during his illness. They painted Sarah as a calculating predator who had isolated James from his family and poisoned him against his relatives. The accusations cut deep because they contained fragments of truth twisted into lies. Yes, she had been protective of James during his final months. Yes, she had sometimes discouraged family visits when he was too weak for company. But it had been about preserving his dignity and peace, not about securing an inheritance she never wanted. Sarah's lawyer, Patricia Vance, reviewed the documents with a grim expression. "They're playing dirty, Sarah. They're trying to paint you as a gold digger who preyed on a dying man. Do you have any documentation of your relationship? Love letters, photos, anything that shows the genuine nature of your marriage?" Sarah thought of the shoebox under her bed, filled with James's handwritten notes, little messages he'd left on her pillow during business trips, anniversary cards with his sprawling script declaring his love. She'd treasured them as private keepsakes of their relationship. "I have some things," she said quietly. "Good, we'll need them. This isn't just about money anymore. They're attacking your character, your marriage, your very right to grieve your husband. We need to show the court who you really are." That evening, Sarah sat on her bedroom floor with the shoebox open beside her, reading James's words through tears. One note, written just 2 months before his death, made her heart ache. "Sarah, my darling, I know you think I'm being silly about the will, but I need you to understand. You gave me 8 years of happiness I never thought I'd find. The farm, the business, all of it means nothing without someone to love. You are my family now. You are my legacy. Don't let them take that away from you." She pressed the note to her chest, feeling James's presence like a warm embrace. Tomorrow she would have to face the town's judgment again. She would have to endure more whispers, more accusations, more people who saw her as nothing more than a fortune hunter. But tonight, surrounded by evidence of a love that had been real and deep and pure, Sarah finally understood what James had been trying to tell her. This fight wasn't really about money or property. It was about proving that their love had been worth something, that she had been worth something to the man who had chosen to spend his final years with her. The gold digger narrative was just another way to erase her from James's story. She wouldn't let that happen. Stay tuned until next episode, Nakyotikor 3. If you like this video, please do like, share, comments, and subscribe my channel.